The question that we're dealing with now is, how do I keep my husband interested only in me? My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and I'm going to try and give you a bigger picture than just this one problem. Because this one problem, you might say, is a manifestation of, that means it's an outgrowth of your marriage not firing on all cylinders. So what would you rather have? Would you rather I say, oh, dress up fancy, cook him nice meals, and do all these surfacey things? Or would you rather that I share with you what's really going on? And I know the answer to that. We've been doing this for a very long time. I've been helping couples for over 20 years. I used to be a divorce mediator. I really prefer this. So as we get going and you realize this is good stuff, and a lot of people do, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and then leave a like. So what's going on here is that when you get married, there is no plan. And it's not your fault. Neither you nor your husband were taught, none of us were taught about what a marriage really is. So let's begin with that. A marriage is all about fulfilling ourselves with two things that are very important to us as human beings. One is happiness. Did you know that it's a birthright? As a human being, it's your birthright to be happy. But they don't teach us how. Instead, in life, we learn all about how material things make us happy. And then you get a guy like Steve Jobs, an amazing guy, and at the end of his life, guy had everything. He goes, I didn't have anything because I never had that connection in my life. That connection is love. Doesn't always require marriage, but we have to experience love, and that's the second thing. You see, we need to be feeling love because that's our nature. Believe it or not, we're not the mind. The mind is a possession that we have. It's just like the body. You don't think of yourself as your body, do you? If you lose a finger, even lose an arm or something, it's not the end of your life. You go, it's just my body. It doesn't have to grow back, it's just my body. The mind, well, you want to keep it healthy, of course, but it's your mind. It belongs to you. It isn't you. So you say, well, my mind is made up. Hopefully your mind is made up according to what you want. And how does this tie back to keeping your husband interested only in you? Here's how. You see, your husband married you for the same two reasons that you married him. He wants to be happy, and he wants to be happier every day of his life. He felt that you were the one who could bring him that happiness. The secret, which is not taught to us, is he could have that happiness by loving you. But we don't learn these things. So one of you has to begin, and it's on you to do that. You want him to be interested in you. It isn't about your behavior. Anyone could fake anything for a while. It is about declaring yourself to be in love with your husband. And remind yourself, I married him not because I thought he would please me in every single way, but because the qualities that he has makes him someone who I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. Now, you're soulmates, but it's turned into cellmates, where you're sharing this space, but you don't have that love. Now, that's where you want to go. You want to experience love. That's the first order of business. And then allow your behavior to come from love. Do you understand? So you don't go, okay, if I cook him a good meal, he'll think I love him. No. You do it the other way around. You go, I love him so much, so I want to cook him a good meal. Even if he doesn't recognize the offering. Well, he probably will. But until you shift your thinking, until it's like across the board where your actions are springing from your heart, his heart won't be touched. But when it is, then your marriage will change so much, and so will he. So you should subscribe to this channel so you could learn more about this. This is not an easy concept to adopt. We get it right away, but we're not used to this kind of thinking. Unfortunately, you cannot learn how to do this from YouTube videos, from articles, even if you and I had a conversation. So what we do is we have at the Marriage Foundation, go to the website, themarriagefoundation.org, take the course for women, read one of my books, do something that is really proactive that will help you become who you are, which is a heart, which is love. I'm going to tell you something about marriage that no one tells you. And that is that marital bliss is a reality that you can achieve. You can't achieve haphazardly. You have to know what you're doing, but it's something you can achieve. And when you have even moved in the right direction, your life changes, your marriage changes, your relationship changes, and all of a sudden you're going, God, why didn't anyone ever teach us this stuff? And the reason is because no one knows this stuff. You know, I came up with this because I was seeing a lot of people getting a divorce. I was a divorce mediator. I help people end their marriages, and I was seeing these people who are good people who belong together. You know how you see people and you go, wow, what a great couple. And they were getting a divorce. And one couple finally said to me, you know, we need help. They were both crying in my office, and they said, we don't want to get a divorce, but we don't know what else to do. We're fighting all the time. We're arguing over small things. We can't feel the love we used to feel. And so I said, okay, I'll help you. I'll help you. And we agreed to meet later, and I started working on understanding marriage. And I talked to a bunch of my therapist friends because they used to send me clients. They were my friends. And I asked, tell me about marriage. And, you know, they didn't know. They came back with, well, what's wrong? They didn't know about marriage. And I wanted to understand marriage. How can you get someplace if you don't know where you're going? So the place where you want to take your marriage is to this place called marital bliss. And so I started doing, you can call it research, discovery, you could call it whatever you want. The point is, I started to understand marriage. And then I started to develop a process for how to achieve that which all of us get married for. And since then, we've been very successful helping couples, and we want to help you as well. So subscribing to this channel is going to help you a little bit. It takes a while to really grasp that marriage is all about love and happiness. Isn't that crazy? Why should it take time to grasp that marriage is about love and happiness? It's so logical, but our mind fights us on it. And I'm going to tell you why. I know I'm getting off track a little, but it's cool stuff. Because love is not a material thing. Love, by the way, is the most real of all things we ever encounter. There is nothing more real than love. Everything else is passing. Everything. Painful things, good things, riches, poverty, it's all passing. But when you have love, it isn't passing. It's not fleeting. It's real. You feel it. It's tangible. But it is metaphysical because you can't detect it with your senses. You can experience it, but your emotions don't even experience it. You, as a soul, you experience it, and it's what you crave. And marriage is the greatest vehicle there is for achieving these two promises of marriage: happiness and unconditional love. I do hope that you visit again and start learning about marriage. This is such a beautiful thing, and I want more and more people to understand it. So, thank you for visiting. I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. Take care and God bless. Thank you.